Welcome back to D20 Tactics. On this channel I play Dungeons & Dragons with my friends, and we explore combat scenarios and play out the tactics used to defeat monsters quickly and safely, giving you more time to get back to role-playing. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Saracen Zero, and I'm joined today by BlindOracle, AzureWolf, Fear No Equal, and LongFish. Together we'll run through typical battles that adventurers might see playing Dungeons & Dragons. Whether you're a new player trying to gain experience and level up your game, a seasoned fighter looking to learn some new tricks and maintain your edge, or a dungeon master who wants to get the most challenge out of your monsters, join us as we slice and dice our way through monsters and mayhem and evaluate the tactics that decide who makes it onto the boss fight and who's going to be reaching for a fresh character sheet. In this series, the players are controlling the characters straight out of the starter set.
I am BlindOracle, and I am playing the Rogue.
I am AzureWolf, and I am playing the Wizard.
I am Fear No Equal, and I am playing the Human Fighter.
I am LongFish, and I'm playing the Clerk.
At level 2, our stalwart adventurers are facing off against legions of undead in a forgotten temple. They'll have to face 6 encounters all based on this theme before they get to a long rest and level up to level 3. This is the second dungeon in the starter set series, so if you missed the first dungeon, you can find a link to it in the description below. Let's review what the players have at the beginning of the dungeon. You're a wizard, you're level 2 wizard. What items did you pick up at the end of the last encounter?
I picked up a healer's kit that has 10 charges on it for stabilizing a comrade who has fallen in battle in a pit, a healing potion, some components to cast Find Familiar. I had a spell of Scorching Ray.
That's right, you get a spell scroll of Scorching Ray. What spells are you prepping before the dungeon starts?
I am going to have Mage Armor cast, level 1, an 8-hour spell, and I am ritual casting Find Familiar to have a Owl companion. I have Sculpt Spell. Sculpt Spells allows me to basically move the AoE around a certain amount of creatures I can see.
Do you have Arcane Recovery?
I do, actually.
That's a 1 per long rest, I believe. It gets used on a short rest.
That's right, you got Arcane Recovery, you haven't spent that yet. It's first encounter, so that makes sense. BlindOracle, what items did you pick up at the end of the last session?
So at the end of the last session, we picked up 3 additional daggers, an additional short sword, 60 additional arrows, and boots of elven kind. The only expendable I have is the health potion.
LongFish, you're level 2 cleric. What items did you pick up at the end of the last one?
I picked up a healing potion and 2 vials of holy water. I have Channel Divinity and 3 spell slots.
Yeah, you got 3 first level spells. Wizards also got 2 first level spells left. Are you casting any spells on yourself or anybody else at the start of the dungeon?
At the start of the dungeon, I am not casting any spells.
Fear No Equal, you are a level 2 fighter.
In addition to existing items, we have picked up a pike, a maul, 10 more javelins, a healing potion, and a ring of jumping. I have Second Wind, once per short rest, and Action Surge once per short rest, both available.
Everybody is at full hit points for the start of this. All the encounters use monsters straight from the monster manual, with no modifications or adjustments. Encounters are based on the challenge ratings from that book. I'll control the monsters and do my best to put as many adventurers in the ground as possible. As we go, we'll talk about the choices we made, why they fit the characters that the players are using, and what mistakes we made along the way. Grab your dice, draw your sword, and let's jump into combat. The first encounter we're going to go up against is an Ogre Zombie. Ogre Zombies are immune to poison. They have undead fortitude. This Ogre Zombie is equipped with a Morning Star, otherwise it has low dex and no armor, so it's going to be pretty easy for you to hit. It has quite a few hit points though. And let's take a look at the terrain for this encounter. There's a terrain layer. So you've got some difficult terrain behind you. You've got some difficult terrain in front of you. So difficult terrain takes 2 squares of movement rather than just 1 when you move through it. So you can move through it, but it'll just be difficult to squeeze through. And then the red is dangerous terrain. Go ahead and roll for initiative. Anybody have higher than a 20? Anybody have between a 20 and a 15?
Fighter has 16.
Anyone have between a 15 and a 10?
Wizard's got a 14.
I've got a 10. Anyone have between a 10 and a 5?
My total is 4. I rolled a 1.
I got a 1.
As the normally slow guy, I want to thank you all for having done that for me.
Tell me about what your plan, your strategy for this is. What are you thinking as far as the tactics you're going to use?
Guys, I feel like we maybe just choke point him at the narrow spot. I stand in front and dodge, and you guys pound on him with ranged stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah, sounds good.
Fighter, kick us off.
Alright, I'm just going to advance. He's probably going to make it through that first narrow, so let's go ahead and advance me 30 feet straight forward. And then I'm just going to go ahead and dodge.
After that is the wizard.
Hey, forgot to roll for the bird.
Okay, and I forgot to give you 1.
Bird's got a 6. I'm gonna move up to just before the bend there, to the right, just so somebody else can get in front of me. Over 1.
Alright, Ogre Zombie. Yeah, so he's got to take 2 extra squares of movement to get to you. He's got a speed of 30 feet. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's going to go 10 to there. Ow.
Basically move it up as close as I can.
Close as you can to what?
Towards the ogre. The command would be to telepathically tell it to use an assist action.
How fast does it move?
60.
So that's 40 to there. You're going to tell it as its action to assist.
Yep, and then move away.
You got a 4 to there.
Yeah, let's get him as far back as we can.
And no attack of opportunity because of flyby attack. Rogue.
Let's go ahead and move up. Can I see the ogre from there?
Yeah, you absolutely have line of sight, but it does have cover for the friendly that's in the way.
You have advantage, so take it.
Yeah, I'm going to take the shot.
Alright, roll to hit.
20 to hit.
20 definitely hits an ogre zombie.
With advantage means sneak dice. 11 total.
Anything else for the rogue? You got a bonus action.
Nothing to hide behind here, I assume, yeah?
Not where you're staying. Well, I guess you could move. Oh no, you wouldn't have the distance to move forward.
Yeah, that's next turn's action.
Yeah, so you could dash away. Yeah, I don't see anything.
No bonus action.
Cool, sounds good. After the rogue is the cleric.
Move me up my maximal distance. I'm gonna Sacred Flame the big thing.
Fairly effective against a zombie. He gets a 5 to save, so that's going to fail.
I do 5 points of damage.
Top of the order, fighter.
I think I'm just going to dodge. I'm just going to stay right here, maximize my HP, keep him from getting at the squishies.
Wizard.
I'm gonna move in. I think I could fit right behind the rogue there.
Yeah, you can fit behind the rogue. It's just going to be difficult terrain.
And then I would like to Ray of Frost. That is going to be a 5.
5 is not going to hit. You want to remain there?
No.
What do you want to do?
Move back to the right and give the same telepathic command.
And then the ogre zombie's turn. Ogre zombie got +6 to hit you. He's got disadvantage, so he needs an 11 or better on 2 dice. Okay, I think I'm not going to make that. So what I'm going to do instead is move 1 square to here and then shove you backwards. Go ahead and make a athletics or acrobatics check at your option, fighter.
Got a +5 to athletics, so let's go ahead and roll that. 11 total.
Okay, I got a 21, which is going to knock you backwards. And then I'm going to step forward. After the ogre zombie is the owl. The owl's command was to move forward
Help action.
and then move back.
Yep.
And do you want to move him somewhere else?
No, he's good.
After that is the rogue.
Rinse and repeat. Take a shot.
Okay, you've got advantage against the owl.
21 to hit
21 hits.
for another 11 points of damage.
You've got a bonus action if you want it. You've also got some movement.
I was going to take the bonus action to hide behind the cleric.
Before you do anything else, I would note, I feel like we're probably able to follow this pattern, so you may want to drop back a little farther so that he can just keep pushing me back while I dodge.
Okay, then let's just take a step back.
Okay, 1, 2 to there. Cleric.
Hit it with my Warhammer.
Alright, roll to hit.
18 to hit.
18 will connect. Roll damage.
6 points total.
After the cleric is the fighter.
And we are just going to dodge. Cleric, were you going to move? Or are you going to stay in contact and become the tank?
Yeah, I'll stay in contact.
I guess in that case, since I don't have an advantage there, I'm just going to attack. I'm using the maul for maximum damage. That's a 15 to hit
15 will connect.
for 8 damage.
After the fighter is the wizard.
Moving into the space the rogue occupied and slinging a spell. That is a natural 20.
Natural 20 crits.
That is a total of 5 damage.
5 points of damage. That's better than nothing. And then you want to move back.
Oh yes, giving the same command again.
Do you have more movement than that? You're good with that one about?
Yeah, actually.
Ogre zombie. Cleric has more AC than the fighter, so we're just going to go after the fighter who's not dodging. Ogre zombie gets a 12 to hit you.
A 17 AC.
Ogre zombie is not going to leave because he does not want to take 2 attacks of opportunity. I learned that mistake last time. The owl. Does he want to keep moving further or stay right there?
Yeah, give him some more room back because he's got 60 feet. So
After the owl is the rogue.
Take 1 step forward, rinse and repeat from last time. 19 to hit,
19 will hit.
9 points of damage.
You're going to move back. Do you have a bonus action you want to use?
Let's go on the diagonal back and then take the hide bonus action.
Cleric.
Keep hitting it with my Warhammer. I don't think a 7 is going to hit it.
7 is not, unfortunately. There's a handful of things you can roll that are not going to work, and that's one of them.
Alright, that's it for me.
After the cleric is the fighter.
I'll go ahead and swing at it again. That's an 11 to hit
11 will hit.
and another 8 damage.
Anything else?
Nope, I'm going to stay right here.
Wizard.
alright, so move up where I can and shoot and move back. That is a 15.
15 connects.
5 points of damage.
Wizard moves back to the same spot. Ogre zombie, same attack. I don't see that I have a better option here. So we'll just try to hit the fighter again. Natural 1, really helpful. Owl, same thing.
Correct.
Then we go on to the rogue.
Same thing. Move back, take the arrow shot.
Yeah, I think you guys figured out how to grind this one down.
20 to hit
That'll hit.
for 10 points.
And then move back.
Yeah, and then take the hide bonus action. 21.
21. Yeah, that's pretty hidden. Then it goes on to the cleric.
Keep whacking it with my hammer. 13
13 will connect.
for 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay. So that triggers the zombie's ability. If damage reduces the zombie to 0 hit points, it makes a Constitution saving throw with a DC of 5 plus the damage taken, unless it was radiant or critical. This was neither of those two. So the DC would be 14, and he gets a 23. He drops to 1 hit point instead.
Alright.
Anything else for the cleric?
That's it.
Fighter.
Just gonna swing at him again, keep him down. That is a 12 to hit
12 hits.
for 10 damage.
10 points of damage. Okay. He's already got 1 hit point left, so we'll just make the same thing. This is a DC 15 this time. He fails that one, and the ogre zombie dies. Alright, so that was that encounter. Anything you guys want to do at the end of the encounter? Any cleanup that you feel you need to do? Or we're going to move on to the next one.
All good.
All good.
Retrieve arrows.
0 damage taken.
1 encounter down, 5 more to go before the long rest. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you'll join us next week as the adventure continues. I'm Saracen Zero, and I'll see you next time.